IHMS.
IHMS Commentary: Tracking Harari Icons, a Click of Determination. Recently, there has been a surge of misinformation and disinformation about Harar's history. The hijacking and distortion of Harar's historical facts, events, artifacts, and heritage need to be exposed. The true Harar's legacy should be re-echoed and come to light to the globalized generations, especially when Hararis with various backgrounds are scattered all over the world. This is an IHMS Tracking Harari Icon series, a series that focuses on Harar's political, economic, and social heroes. It is all about Harari impact makers in Ethiopia and beyond. Today, we focus on one of Harari's charismatic and iconic ladies, Queen Bati Del Wambara. Do you know who Bati Del Wambara was and her roles in Harar and Ethiopian Islamic history? If Pakistan acclaims President Benazir Bhutto as its first lady president, Britain hails Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher as the first lady prime minister and an Iron Lady, New Zealand upholds Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern as its youngest and public-spirited leader, then Harar is graciously entitled to affirm and salute Bati Del Wambara as a world-class, victorious, humble, and intelligent general of her time. In Ethiopia, before Emperor Menelik's wife, Empress Teyatu, Queen Bati Del Wambara was an East African Iron Lady and charismatic leader in the 15th century and way before the advent of the so-called 19th century civilized nations. Harar was the epicenter of politics, economics, and knowledge in East African sultanates. Harar was at its peak between the 15th to 16th centuries. Bati Del Wambara was at the center of Harar's golden era. She became the symbol of victory and the defender of Harar's identity. How? In the land where peace and adventure intertwined, a legendary lady lived. Bati Del Wambara's journey began in an attractive village nestled in a lush green valley. From a young age, she displayed an insatiable curiosity and a fierce determination that set her apart from her peers. Her father encouraged her to follow her heart, but they could not have predicted the extraordinary path she would tread to become the East African champion. Her father was Amir Mahfouz, who was governor of Zila and Amir of Harar. She was married to Imam Ahmad ibn Ibrahim, who was the Amir of Harar in the 15th century. He aggregated the rival Christian Abyssinia to Muslim sultanates in East Africa. He was the first East African leader who united Christian Abyssinia, Muslim sultanates, Eritrea, Somalia, and Djibouti for 15 years. He was the father of the East African Alliance and Confederates until his death on 21 February 1543. He was killed by the combined forces of the Christian Abyssinia Empire and European mercenaries, especially the Portuguese musketeers. Bati Del Wambara was born into greatness, married Imam Ahmad, and gave birth to two sons, Muhammad in 1531 and Ahmad in 1533. Her destiny was formed through trials and tribulations that tested her courage, wisdom, and strength. She had accompanied Imam Ahmad on his expeditions of conquest and protection of Harar for years. In addition to her courageous determination in wars, she manifested the skills of diplomacy, particularly in very critical times. She was the mother of resolutions and negotiations. Bati Del Wambara successfully negotiated with Empress Seble Wangal and swapped their captive sons, Menas and Muhammad. She was also extremely influential in shaping Imam Ahmad's military policies in campaigns against the conquering Abyssinian forces, foreign mercenaries, and geopolitics of the time. Bati Del Wambara ruled jointly with Sultan Omar ad-Din after her husband, Imam Ahmad's death. Bati Del Wambara's heart burned with a desire to protect her loved ones and her home. Her quest led her through dense forests, across treacherous mountains, and into forgotten caves. In 1552, about 10 years after Imam Ahmad's death, she embarked on a dangerous journey to find a way to defeat the Abyssinian Emperor Golobaly the Butcher. In 1559, Amir Nur fought against the heavily armed Emperor Golobaly's forces, and the dead body of the emperor was brought to Harar. It was displayed at the Gate of Victory, Bab al-Nasr, as a successful military show of the time. Then, fulfilling her demands and in observance of her promise, Bati Del Wambara became the wife of Amir Nur ibn Mujahid, the successive Amir of the Adal Sultanate. It was a political marriage enforcing Amir Nur avenging the death of her former husband, Imam Ahmad. She was a strategic Iron Lady of her time. Bati Del Wambara, with her innate compassion, vowed to ensure the Amir's legacy lived on. She became a guardian of the treasure. Using her savings, ornaments, and personal wealth, she rebuilt Harar and brought prosperity to its people. She also trained a new generation of heroes, passing on her knowledge and wisdom. Throughout the Adal Sultanate, Bati Del Wambara's name became synonymous with courage and selflessness. She embarked on numerous adventures, vanquishing evil and helping those in need. Her legendary deeds were celebrated far and wide, and songs were composed in her honor. Just as a side note, I had an opportunity to visit her burial site in Harar about a year ago. Queen Bati Del Wambara, along with her husband Amir Nur, were buried at a venerated place known as Amir Nur Cemetery, a stone's throw from the Harari Cultural and Tourism Bureau in Harar. Personally, I had a nostalgic experience. However, I would like to remind the Harari government to rehabilitate and take care of the site, as it was in a dilapidated condition at the time of my visit. Bati Del Wambara remained humble, always remembering her roots and Harar that had given her her purpose. She continued to protect and inspire, for she understood that true heroism was not in the battles fought, but in the hearts touched and lives changed. The legendary Lady Del Wambara became a beacon of hope and a symbol of what one person with a pure heart and unwavering determination could achieve. Her legacy lived on, a reminder to all that greatness could be found in the most unexpected of places and among Ethiopian Muslims. This message is being echoed by the sons and daughters of Imam Ahmad and Bati Del Wambara, who are Ethiopian Muslims. These are historical facts that should resonate with every Ethiopian Muslim. As Ethiopian Muslims, how many lives have we protected, touched, and changed in Ethiopia? In federal Ethiopia, the political identity of Ethiopian Muslims has come to light and has gone through revivalism in the last few years, but it has also been brutally attacked by extreme Christians. The attacks in the highlands of Ethiopia are of recent memory. Also, recently, Muslim female students were inhumanely stripped of their hijabs and bewitched to death in the Silt'e zone. Several men were viciously bitten, and a gentleman was fatally shot by police when defending a masjid in the same area. We utterly condemn the attacks of Coptic terrorism. We demand the culprits to face justice. Also, our heartily felt condolences go to the victims' families and our prayers to the deceased. May Allah grant them the highest Jannah. Wittingly, we call upon all just Ethiopians. Ethiopia is a land of both Christians and Muslims. They are both indigenous people to the aggregated Ethiopia. So far, Ethiopia has survived because of Muslims' tolerance and political submissiveness, but the continuation of disrespect cannot go indefinitely. Disrespecting Muslims has reached its peak and crossed the red line now. As Albert Einstein said, no problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. Face the current realities in Ethiopia. Extreme Christians must upgrade their consciousness, come out of narcissism, and shun the centuries-old imperial mindset to coexist in a decentralized and multicultural Ethiopia. Cultural, linguistic, and religious diversity is natural in Ethiopia. Celebrating our colorful Ethiopia together beautifies all of us. Thus, we call upon non-extreme Christians to stand with the Muslims to spread the messages of coexistence, respect, equality, equity, and justice for all. Queen Bati Del Wambara is still the icon of determination for Hararis and Ethiopian Muslims at large. Until we meet with another icon, wish you all peace, peace, and peace. Written by Professor Abdi Khalil, narrated by Nasab. For more IHMS videos and publications in Harari, Amharic, and English, as well as for donations, visit our website www.ihmshararemedia.com. Also, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share our programs. Thank you again for listening and watching IHMS programs. Assalamu alaikum.
Israel wagar kuzik narti Imam Ahmad Lisan Bati Del Wambara Dibi wa burze Ada wa sabara Harar ke tarikh mein kum girzit ke kada Harar ke tarikh mein kum girta ke kada
IHMS